Welcome back to Whitt Acres. We've been making progress on the goat enclosure, but before we can bring the goats up here, we need a source of water for them. So today, I'm hooking up the rain harvest barrel to the goat hut. I've gathered some tools and items I'm going to be needing for this hookup. But before we get started, it's time for the animals' afternoon turnover, so we're going to go see what they're up to. Come on, pup. I hear ya. I'm coming. What are you doing, chickens? You hanging out with Flip and Flop. So I recently found out about Flip and Flop here. Flop is the older brother and Flip is the younger sister. So they're not even brothers. We got brother and sister here, huh? Why does your sister have horns and you don't? You have plenty of food out here, ladies. What are you doing, Mumbles? I see ya. You're just sunbathing. And that's for the ducks. No, Spot. That's for the ducks. I'm coming, goats. Here you guys go. There you go, goats. Got them all dried out here. Tried to get it all dried out after all the rain we've been getting. Oh, chickens. I'm all filled up on water here inside the barn, which is really nice to finally have a lot of water here inside the barn. I also have my 65-gallon tank filled up, and the 275 is almost full in the back. So my plan is to get another 275-gallon tank to connect to the one in the back to give me 550 gallons. That should give me enough water to sustain the periods between rains during the summer with all the new animals that I'm bringing in this year. As long as I can get the goats barrel to take care of them. Coming out, make way. There you go, Spot. I hear ya. I hear ya. All good, pup. Fresh water for everybody. Be a little treat for everyone. I'm planning on turning this right pen into a garden and just growing a lot of squash and different vegetables that I can feed to all the animals during the year. So I'm trying to get the chickens in here to scratch it all up and get it ready. I have the pool and that little feeder there covering my irises so they don't eat those down. I really like to get those dug out and transplanted. Huh, chickens? Leave my irises alone. Coming out, ducks. And it's about time I move their bubble, but I'm actually trying to get them to utilize this area over here. It's kind of a dry patch. I want to give them a lot of compost down here so that this area grows in well this year. Pop, what are you doing to my ugly pekin? Down to my last bale of hay. Hopefully my brother brings me over some tomorrow. Been going through a lot with all the rain we had, trying to do the bedding and the feed with the hay. It's cheaper than buying bedding, so that's what I'm going with for now. Here you go, Flip. Hey, buddy. Hey, bud. What are you doing, Flop? Been getting the goat hair wrapped around the fence as they rub against it. Real soft little fuzzy hairs, some cashmere. I gave them a brush to rub against in there, but they don't seem to use it. Ooh, Mumbles laid an egg. She was late today. Oh, that's because it's massive. This thing's huge. That's at least a double egg. Nice, good job, Mumbles. That with the ducks. Oh, look how big that is. Chalk another one up. Green Queen girl, have you hatched any chicks yet? How you doing? Did you hatch any yet? I want to see some peepers under you. You ready for your afternoon stroll? Come on, Green Queen. How many eggs you sitting on? Oh, you got a few in there. go see everybody else. Cute puppy. Yeah, okay, I'll give you attention too. Good, Green Queen. Oh, she ran. She ran out of here. There goats. What are you hunting, puppy? Find something? Come over here and check on the survivors. See how they're doing. All perched up on one of the boards here. How you guys doing? You enjoying it out here? Enjoying the grass? They're all full up on water. I did give them a box last night just to give them a little bit of extra protection from the weather. They could all get inside the box and huddle together with their body heat a little bit better. But they don't need too much maintenance right now, just being 5 of them and getting all this space as well as food and water in there. So they're pretty much set for the long term. Huh, chicks? So my dad thought it'd be nice and better looking to have cattle panels going across the front of this, and it'd be a lot more supportive with the goats standing on it than the 2x4 fencing. So he went and picked up 2 of those this morning, and that's what we have stretched out here. From the gate here all the way across to the next gate is going to be less than the 2 cattle panels. So we'll connect them right here in the middle, and then I'll have 8 feet extra cattle panel to put onto another gate to secure another area once I need it. So that'll be a lot stronger than the 2x4 and a lot cleaner looking than the chain link fence. So that'll work out really nice. Now, puppy, are you ready to do some work? So to recap, getting to this point a little bit, we have the gutter coming off the roof to a downspout elbow, and it's going into a 55-gallon drum, but it's not connected yet. I have a 55-gallon drum up here, and we built a stand for it so it can be supported up off the ground and give me some gravity flow, as well as be supported whenever it's empty and not fall over. So I try and do a lot of my projects without buying things, but we got to a point here with the rain harvest system that I needed to buy a valve and a bulkhead fitting to get everything hooked up, as well as a piece of piping to get from the downspout to the rain barrel. So I have a lot of other stuff that I collected around the house, but there's a few things we did have to buy. I picked up this simple downspout filter. It's going to go in the top, and then it goes through an angled grate there to try and kick out some of the leaves and debris, and then it can drop right out into the barrel. So I need to figure out a way to mount this circle to that square and get that there so it can dump into the barrel. And I'm not going to be able to dump into the barrel the way it is right now. I'm going to be cutting this whole top off of the barrel. I have a sawzall that I'm going to just go around the outside rim here, so I have complete access into the rim or into the barrel, because I'm going to need that access to mount the valve. So the valve is going to go very near the bottom here, probably right about there, into the bottom of the barrel. And to get this valve to seal to the barrel, you need to add this nut on the inside of the barrel. So I'm not going to be able to reach through the existing bung holes. I'm going to have to cut the whole top out of this, which isn't going to be a problem. That'll just give me the chance to add another screen. So I'm going to be putting a mesh over top of the opening on the top of the barrel, so that when the water comes in from the downspout, it'll have to filter through another fine mesh before going into the barrel and clogging up my valve. So like I said, we've been having a lot of rain, and the way I have this sitting right now with the bucket collecting the downspout water and then overflowing into the barrel, we actually have a full barrel of water here. So I'm glad to say that my pallet stand is holding all 55 gallons of water, so I don't think I have to worry about the support of it. Now I just need to get that water out of there so I can add this valve. Okay, I'm going to try and save some of this water because it will help with cleaning out. Once I cut this, I'm going to have a lot of plastic debris that I'm going to want to rinse out. I'm going to leave this bin, this galvanized bin right here, and then I'm going to drill my hole, and it should spout right into the bin. And I'll save as much as I can. So to do this, I need a hole saw. And that's going to need to be the same size as my bulkhead fitting, just the threaded part, not bigger than the nut. So that should fit very tightly, and I might have to jam it in a little bit, which is good. So I'm going to be putting this slightly up from the bottom just to give me enough room to get the nut on. Ooh, shooting past. We're missing the tub. Ooh, lots of flow. Ooh, all right, a little too much. There we go. Now it's working. That's better. Got a little wet. There we go. That is some flow there. Hopefully that's the right hole size. What do you think, pup? Getting 55 gallons of water flowing out of there. I think it's going to be a little too much for my bin. Yep. I'm only going to be able to collect as much as I have barrels here for, so we do have some rain coming. So hopefully we'll be able to fill this right back up. Now with that draining, I can get up top and cut out the whole top circle so I can get access inside the barrel. This bit here is going to be a bit of a mystery. Not sure how I'm doing this one yet. Maybe like that. I got the little downspout filter on. It actually had a little piece I could pop off and give me a square to attach there, so I put 3 screws in it, and now that is attached. It gives me a little flex pipe to divert the water a little bit towards the barrel, but I'm not quite to the barrel yet, so I have to find a pipe. I think I do have some corrugated pipe I could just attach to that to get it into the barrel. But now I want to get the valve on, so I'm going to try and put the valve through and screw it in from the inside. The rubber washer goes on the inside of the rain barrel. Thinking this might be easier if I take it out of the stand. Ugh, still has some water in it though. Got it. I'd like it to be a little bit tighter, but I might need a second hand to do that. I tried jamming it into the ground so I could work against it, but I might just need a second person to hold the nut out here while I tighten the inside. I was hoping to do this by myself. I'm gonna get all the plastics cleaned up off of it and then maybe get some help. No help available right now, so I got go-go gadget arms. Gotta remember it's reverse threads on a bulkhead fitting. Seems pretty tight. I had some leftover culvert pipe that I had from the pond, so I cut off a little section here to just extend this right into the barrel. This end work? That end's better. I'm just gonna secure it with a couple screws. Where did I put my drill? Ow. Alright, so technically we have a functioning rain harvest system now. We have the gutter flowing into a first step filter, and it flows right into the top of the barrel down to an accessible valve here. So this valve should be the size that hooks up to a garden hose, and I'm going to see if this is actually watertight before I do any hooking up, and I'm going to put most of this water back into the barrel so I can get above the valve and see if it works. Alright, we got enough water in to be above the valve, and I am getting a slight leak here. So when I put these pieces together, I didn't actually use any pipe thread tape, so I think that would help if I put some of that on there, but it's also leaking from the bulkhead fitting and the union coming from inside the barrel, so I think the rubber seal that came with the bulkhead fitting isn't actually working. So I think I'm gonna have to put some silicone on this, some pipe thread tape, put it all back together and try again. But besides a small leak right now, it will be a working, functioning rain harvest system. I mean, it just leaks a little bit. So for the top of the barrel here, I do have a tight mesh screen that I'm going to cut around this opening and then screw into the sides here to fix it. And then this pipe will just sit right on top of that screen and flow in. Any of the debris that gets caught up on the screen will get pushed off by the water, or I can come by and just scrape it right off, give it a nice clean, and it'll keep flowing in. That screen will also help with the mosquitoes. It won't keep them from laying their eggs in there because they'll just drop their eggs through the screen, but then the eggs will hatch and they won't be able to fly out through the screen. So they get stuck in the water and they'll die in there, which won't hurt the water, but it'll be nice not to have a lot of mosquitoes around. I did grab an old hose that we had lying around. It doesn't have an end on that side, and this end is broken, so I'm not sure if that's actually going to hold or if it's going to leak as well. So I might need to put new ends on this, but I'm going to be using this hose to attach to the rain barrel, run along the outside of the building. Hey pup. And then I'm going to drill a hole through the building here and bring the hose straight in so I can connect it to the float valve on this bucket. So this bucket's just going to hang right here. So I'm going to have this bucket on the inside of the goat hut here with a float valve mounted on the back. This bucket has a flat back side to it, so it helps with mounting this float valve. I'll bring the hose right through the metal wall and hook it straight into the float valve here so the goats will have fresh water constantly in a nice full bucket. Haven't been able to get the goats up here, but we do have someone moving in. We have a robin. We got 3 eggs in a robin's nest, and she keeps flying out every time I come in here. Huh, pup? Where'd she go? Right there she goes. Well, at least someone's getting used out of the goat hut right now. I'm gonna head down to the house and grab what I need to finish this project. I think I need the 2 hose ends, one male, one female, as well as the thread tape and some silicone. Come on, pup. Hey, survivors, how you doing? How you doing, Dizzy? You guys got enough water? Yeah, you got plenty of water, plenty of food, plenty of ground. You're just living the dream out here. I'm gonna try and get this done so I can mow before dark. All right, so the silicone I brought up is completely dried out and I can't use it. So I'm gonna try and get the hose ends on that I do have. So what I need to do is cut the old hose end off. Open the new one. All right, it has a clamp and a center. So you just put the hose around the center and inside the clamp. It's a tight fit. Hey bud. Yeah, getting salty, huh? Now that is tight. Get it on there as far as you can, and then slide the clamp back over and tighten her down. This just requires a Phillips head for this set right here. I'm gonna try and tighten them down evenly though. Hoping to get to mow today before the sun goes down. Gotta watch my brother's dog because he's going on vacation. He's got 4 dogs. My parents are here to help, so that's good. I'm trying to get this rain barrel done first. So there, that already has a gasket in it. Now we have a brand new hose end that hopefully doesn't leak. Now I just need to run this across the building, drill a new hole, send it in, and measure out how long I need to reach the barrel and the float valve. And probably have a little bit extra, just in case I need to cut an end and redo it again. Hey, pup. So instead of drilling a hole through my metal wall, I think I have enough room. I can just pass it right through this gap. That'll work. Alright, we're gonna get the female hose end on now. And I want a little bit extra hose here just in case something happens and I need to redo this. Cut the hose, put the plug in. Make sure you have the clamp already on the hose. Then the plug. These things are hard to get on. I know my hand's gonna hurt later from this. The answer is no, I don't even lift. Screwdriver. Alright, we have a new female end on. Now I'm going to screw the float valve on here before I mount it to the bucket, because this hose does not spin, has no give. So get that tightened up. And we'll just mount it to the bucket like so. Might have to put something between here because these wing nuts don't tighten down all the way. Still kind of loose. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hang the bucket up. Perfect. I got the valve on with the thread tape this time. I got the fine mesh screen here cut to fit and screwed in, attached to the barrel. Got the pipe going up to the downspout filter and the gutter itself coming off the roof. We have the whole rain harvest system here. Now I just need to put all this water back in the barrel so I can test the watertight fitting again. Well, the screen's already working. I think I might still have a small leak, very slow leak coming out of the back end there. And whenever I get some more silicone, I'll seal that up, but I think we're doing pretty good for now. I'm gonna see if I can hook the hose up and get that float valve to work. Well, we got flow. Got a tight fit. Disappointment. I think the hose was sitting up too high. Oh, I hear it. Puppy, I hear it. Oh, the bucket's upside down. Look at that. We have a float valve happening here. Never had one of those before, puppy. You're gonna have to wait a little bit. Take some time, bud. Nice. Huh. We did it. We did it, puppy. We made it work. I'm excited about this. I am. Ah, your nose is cold, pup. I'm excited about this float valve to be on this bucket, and hopefully the goats don't tip the bucket over whenever they're using it and drain all my water out during the day. I put a chunk of concrete under there just to give it some more stability. Puppy, what was that? Was that a tick? What is that? Ow, puppy, you had a big old thorn in you. And that block. What do we got? Bumblebees. Puppy. Got a carpenter bee. Trying to move in. Alright, alright. Oh, don't get that. Damn, that was close. That was close, puppy. As I was saying, that chunk of concrete makes the bucket a lot more sturdy the way it's sitting right now. So I think it should be good for the goats. I just want to see where the float valve ends up stopping it, where the level of water is in the bucket. And we'll see if we have enough water in the rain barrel right now just to fill this up. But super exciting. And it's barely a drip on the spigot here. I'm really happy with this setup. We have a 70% chance of rain tomorrow, so I'm going to see if this is going to fill up the whole 55-gallon drum here. My roof, I think, is about 17 by 14, so it's a decent size for the 55-gallon drum. We shouldn't need maybe quarter inch, half an inch to fill up this drum. And then that should last a good while whenever it's just the goats using it. Well, I think that's it. The bucket's full. Well, piece by piece, we're getting closer and closer to bringing the goats up into their new enclosure. That's going to be all for this one. You can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching.